Hey, what's going on? Yes, sir, it's your boy KQKC Boxing. First of all, I want to shout out to all the brothers that showed me love when I did my live stream last night. And brothers like Hearn International Boxing and the Boxing Clinic. My boy CJ Goodfella. Yes, sir. And I will be watching and listening to the Smoke City Mobcast tonight. And I do have a few words I might like to get in on the conversation. So look forward to seeing that. And I want you all to tune in too. Now, Eddie Hearn. Now, I don't know what it is, but I believe it might be some type of mental defect in the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is a part of the brain that controls your rational thinking. And I think that's out of whack with the Eddie Hearn. He sent another contract to Team Wilder, Deontay Wilder. And this time, it's better. Now, I can give him that. But, like they say, it's a little bit too late. The fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder will be going on December the 1st, which would be good fight, which would be a good fight. So, therefore, Eddie Hearn is very late in the game now. He had his opportunity, but what did he do? He squandered it. He tried to play us. And what happened? It backfired. That's one thing you can say about Shelly Finkel. He documents everything he does. Everything you send him, he keeps. He's like a hoarder, but he's like a more of a professional hoarder, or organized hoarder. So, if you say something and it's not true, he can go to his Rolodex and pull it out and for verbatim tell you in your face your ass is lying. Now, for some reason, again, the UK people just don't get it. I had a comment sent to me today that said, Anthony Joshua, he has heart. He's 22 and this and that, and he don't turn down nobody. He fights everybody. No, that's not true, young man. If it wasn't for Edward Hearn, he would have been fighting Ortiz, and he probably would have lost to Ortiz. But what did Eddie Hearn do? The same thing he's trying to do to Deontay Wilder. Come on, join the team. Come fight on the zone. We will have top level fighters. There's no fucking problem. But the problem is they don't have top level fighters. And second of all, he wants you to come there so he can control the narrative. Control that, make sure his cash cow don't get busted by you. But Deontay Wilder is a little bit wiser than that. As I put up the video where he said, hey, I told you I was going to smoke Joshua out, and that's what I'm doing. And you know what? He's damn right. So now some of the UK people understand how the negotiations went. And now they understand that Anthony Joshua is not cut from that type of cloth. He's more of a timid type of person. Now, everybody can't be tough. But if you're going to be a fighter, you have to be tough. There's no doubt about that. See, when Deontay Wilder fights, you know when he's Deontay Wilder. Then you know when he's the Bronze Bomber. Oh yeah, you will know. But with Anthony Joshua, you get the same. You get the same. All the time. All the time. Yes, you do. You get the same all the time. So, therefore, there's no room in boxing for that type of attitude, because you have to be a pit bull in there. You got to say what you mean and mean what you say. Now, Tyson Fury, he has that meanness in him. And he can talk a lot of shit. Just like we do. Just like Deontay Wilder does. And that is good for boxing. Sell the damn fight. And that's what he does. Now, how can the UK people still stand behind Anthony Joshua? Only, I understand standing behind him because that's your countryman. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when you talk about standing behind him because he been treated unfairly, he been talked about unfairly by Fury and Wilder. No, he hasn't. What happened was the truth was told. His persona has been exposed. He knew he didn't want to fight Wilder then and now. Simple, easy. You ever heard of that show, Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Okay then, there you go. I don't have to say no more. A fifth grader can find that out. Like I mentioned on my live stream, if anybody say anything about my mother and wearing a dress, there's no talking. There's no shut up. Just be quiet. Shut up, shut up. No. It probably take about 20 guys to hold my ass back. Damn boxing. It's time to take it to the streets. See, Anthony Joshua's a good guy. He's a good fighter. But he just don't have that instinct in him. I mean, I actually can see it in his eyes, in his mannerisms. And also you see it in Deontay Wilder's eyes and mannerisms. Because if that fight ever come, and it can't come fast enough, Deontay Wilder, he can forgive, but he won't forget. And he will lay his ass and his hands on Anthony Joshua. He will be the same way Charles Martin was when he hit him. What the hell was that? We all remember when he hit Charles Martin with a right and he fell down. Why? Because he's a B-level fighter. He doesn't have a chin. So Anthony Joshua can brag about that? A champion that won a belt off a guy that tore his Achilles heel in the ring? And Martin did not land a punch on him? That's something to celebrate? No, it's not. No, it's not. Each belt this young man has, he didn't have to go through storms and fire. He didn't have to go through heartaches and pain. He didn't have to show true grit to win them. Maybe just a little bit with Klitschko. But only thing that was, it was too many muscles. His ass ran out of gas. See, it's fine to lift weights. I don't have a problem with no one lifting weights. But you have to learn how to lift them in moderation. You're a boxer. You have to move. We all know boxing 101. The head moves, but the body don't. Think, young brother. No, that's not going to work. Lifting weights. Now, don't take my word for it. Take Deontay Wilder's word for it. Take what's his name? Barry Hunter. Take Shane Mosley. I mean, these are all the guys. Lennox Lewis. These are all the guys that said Anthony Joshua need to lay off the weights. Because, see, when you're a heavyweight and you're going 12 rounds, either you better knock them out in the first 2 or 3. Then after that, if you're going to have a long night, then you're going to gas out because you're too heavy. Just like Big Baby Miller. It's easy to fight him. It's easy to come up with a strategy to fight him. All you have to do is take him in deep waters and drown him. He's too big. He think that's cute? By talking about how many hamburgers he eat? No, that's unprofessional. You fighting for your life in that ring. You fighting for your family in that ring. You fighting for a championship shot in that ring. Then you had a nerve to think that's cute? The biggest you are, you hit like you have toilet paper wrapped around your hands. Leo Santa Cruz is a featherweight, and he hits harder than Gerald Miller. Now, you wouldn't think it by looking at him, but it is true. We all remember when we was in high school. We all used to call the gentle giant. But the gentle giant was big, but he was a pussy. If you can understand that narrative. Yes, we had one. It's one in every high school. We always have the big guy that can pick up this and that. But when it comes down to throwing hands, he don't want to. But that shows you how shit changes. Now today, if that would have happened, he's not going to throw hands. He's going to go get a pistol and just say, fuck it, and shoot your ass. That's all. That's what changed. And once again, last night I mentioned this. And I'm going to mention it again. And I might mention it again. We as Americans and the United Kingdom as the British, we stick together. We have to, because we love boxing. In order for us to see the fights we want, we have to make some noise. We have to do like Deontay Wilder said. It's up to us, the media, new media, to make and force those fights. Unifications, whatever. And I also am serious about establishing a Blue Cross and Blue Shield for these fighters. There's no way they should come out their pocket to pay for injuries they suffer in the ring. But only way they're going to get there, or only way they're going to be able to have that, they need someone to spearhead it, like the LDBC, and form a union, a fighters union, like the football and basketball players have. They call it the players union. Of course, the fighters, they'll pay a certain amount into it. Then when it's time for surgery, whatever, the money is there, or the surgery is covered under your HMO, under your Blue Cross Blue Shield, or it could be called something different. It can have the National Boxing Association Union or something like that. In other words, you understand what I'm saying. As I mentioned, it was in no way Keith Thurman should have came out his pocket and paid thousands and thousands of dollars to pay for an injury that he suffered, as he displayed of how the surgeon cut all the way down his arm, then around and this and that. That costs money, and we know they go to specialties. They go to doctors that they are real doctors, don't get me wrong, but they focus and concentration on that particular injury. Like an orthodontist. He's a dentist, but he's what you call a dentist that does construction on your teeth. Now, a regular dentist fill and pull teeth. Orthodontists plaster and make and mold your teeth. So therefore, that can be available for the fighters. Now, Floyd Mayweather, he had the money, But we all remember when he got his tooth knocked out and it flew. Marcos Madonna did it. But see, Floyd, he has that type of money where he can have what they call those implants. His whole mouth might be implants. So, therefore, I'm just trying to make a statement how boxing can get better and how boxing can change for the better. But it's no way anyone on this God-given earth can tell me that Anthony Joshua haven't dodged anyone. I told you, it's two right off the bat, Ortiz and Wilder. Now, there's many more, but those are the ones that publicly stood out and everyone knew it. But he didn't have a shame because he's not cut from that cloth. His attitude always the same. You don't know if he's in a good mood or a bad mood. That's what, he's one of those type of guys. You really have to push a guy like that to the limit. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you might have guys like Anthony Joshua that is so timid that you can push him to the limit and he will snap. He will snap and shoot up the whole school. He'll get tired of people picking on him. But I blame his trainer. His trainer should be getting him prepared to be a pit bull in that ring. That's right. And on another standpoint, the UK people might not like, I really believe Anthony Joshua has a self-absorbed complex. What that means is he's not happy with himself. Sure, he has the belts, but he's one of those type, I forget what they call it. I asked my daughter, she's getting a PhD in psychiatry, but I asked her, what do they call men like that? Men that is not show expression, show meanness sometimes. It's okay to be mean sometimes. It's okay to blow out steam sometimes. But getting back to Eddie Hearn, he has really some damn nerve. And why is it so important that Deontay Wilder signed a contract before December 1st? I'll tell you why. Because he has to fill that date in April. Why? Because people don't want to see Dylan White and Anthony Joshua again. UK and American people want to see Wilder and Fury. Wilder and Joshua. And they want to see Wilder and Fury too. I'm not going to cross that out. They didn't want to put out the poll. We didn't. And overwhelmingly, Wilder won. So, therefore, they're trying to push it now. They're trying to force them to make a decision before December 1st. And Team Wilder is doing what they're supposed to do. Focus on what's in front of you first. Deal with that bullshit later. So, I just want to reiterate that Eddie Hearn just won't leave Deontay Wilder and Team Wilder alone with that contract. They still is miles apart on agreeing on a decent contract. See, Eddie will say one thing, but he'll say another to the UK people. And it's just so funny how you all eat that shit up without looking at the fine print. But you know what? It's okay. Sometimes love is blind, but sometimes love can be hurtful. Love can be confusing. Love can be timid. Love can be a coward. I can go on and on. But, like I said, Deontay Wilder, it's not a good thing to approach him right now. Now, the way you did Deontay Wilder, please, Mr. Hearn, stay away from the bronze bomber. Please do. Now, again, like I was saying, Eddie Hearn is desperate now because he got smoked out. Their backs are against the wall. Why their backs against the wall? You can't blame nobody but yourself. You blew the negotiations. You allowed Barry Hearn to come out and say, we're going to fight him at 2020 or more. Anthony Joshua blurted out, I might not fight him through 2020. Anthony Joshua blurted it out, give me $50 million then, I'll fight him, you know. Then the $50 million is there. I was just playing. No, you wasn't. So, besides that, that's all I have for you right now. And again, I want to give a shout out to the LDBC. And like I said, try to catch the Smoke City Mobcast tonight at 8 o'clock. And that's it. I'm KQ, KC, Boxing Channel. I'm a newly decorative channel, and I do need your subscription. Now, if you do subscribe to me, make sure you hit that icon bell. Therefore, you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video, just like this one. And also, hit that like button. You can hit it on the way in, you can hit it on the way out. It doesn't matter. And also, like I always say, and how I always end my videos, I'm not new to this, but I'm true to this. Peace and love.